Welcome to New Day Cleveland. I'm David Moss, and today's show is about everybody's favorite thing. We're talking about food. And yes, we are on a farm, and that's what this show is going to be about. We're going to visit farms all over northeastern Ohio. And what's cool about that is everyone talks about local, right? Local food. Is it better? Is it expensive? Yes, it's better, and no, it's not expensive. And the one thing I can tell you for sure about food and farmers, everything starts early in the day.
At West Orchards here, we start off with strawberries, and we'll have a few different varieties of strawberries. We go from that into small vegetables. Then after that, the sweet corn gets ready around mid-July, and we stay with sweet corn until the last planting, which is usually around the last week, first week of October. I would say between last year and this year with some of the newer varieties that we're planting, corn's been phenomenal. As our climate change is going on in the wintertime, we have a hard time keeping in the peaches and some of the stone fruits. And so something's got to fill the void. So we've gone from basically 20, 25 acres of sweet corn as high as 80 acres of sweet corn. And it's all hand-picked. Well, when you're picking by hand, you can feel the blunt end. And I will say that this is one thing that a lot of farmers wish people would know. Always look for a bigger ear. You can run your hand over it, and you can feel exactly what's inside there if you want to. When the corn's ready, it'll be blunt on top instead of pointy. There's a reason why that this corn has this outside protective sheath, basically, all the leaves, and that is to keep it as fresh as possible. You wouldn't go to the store and buy a nice bottle of wine, uncork it, and then go home with it uncorked, leave it on the counter, and then maybe today or tomorrow drink the wine. Why do you do that with corn? Because that protection is there to seal in the flavor. Probably some of the best corn you ever had in your life is when it's raw like this. This particular variety, it is so sweet and juicy and good, it's almost just like refreshing. But yeah, raw's good. My father's still here. We put him on the job of driving the tractor every once in a while. And my wife and I are running the farm now and the fruit market, and we've got some really good employees too.
I run the market, so my thing is all up front here. Todd's out back and I'm up here. So we raise a lot of things ourselves. We try to source a lot locally, and we also buy things like avocados and bananas just because it's a convenience for our customers. So then we have a little bit of everything.
Well, what we're doing right now is we've got a bunch of stuff in here that we use in our market. Some of the stuff we bring in from Cleveland Food Terminal, some of the stuff we get from other growers, a whole lot of stuff we get from other growers. Try to keep it as local as we can, and we've got a bunch of people that come in here in the morning, and we just try to help out and keep things rolling. Tough year last year, tried to do what we could, trying to keep people coming, trying to find decent peaches somewhere, something that's of the same caliber as what we grow. That's kind of the hard thing to do. The peach trees we have here we planted last year. This is their second season because of the winter kill that we had with the temperatures being so cold. And so what we're trying to do here is we've planted sweet corn in between the tree rows. It's something real old school, but we're bringing it back so that we can get enough fertilizer and basically try to get the tree to growing a little faster, and so that in its third year we'll be able to, which will be next year, we'll have a crop of peaches on these. Anywhere where these leaves are at, This is going to be at the base of the leaf, is going to be where the fruit budding will take place at. It's already setting its buds for next year's peach, which would be right here. Good ground, bad ground. Every ground is good for something. The trick is trying to figure out what it's good for, and you know, if this ground is heavy enough and good enough for sweet corn, is this ground too light for that? Is it good for peach trees? Is it good for nectarines? Is the ground got a little bit of clay to it so it'll be better for apples? Each piece of ground has its own value, and I guess, and then to make that more difficult, you have to rotate crops all the time. You don't want to plant early sweet corn here and then plant late sweet corn here. You've got to change up the times. You have to change up the crop. I love this job. It's good. It's wholesome, number one. It's very diverse. Every day you make a plan, and every day while you're living the day, the plan changes all the time. We try to put the best product we can out there for the time of the year that it is. And I don't know, you talk to some of the people around here, this is home to them. They remember this as when they were a kid. They still come back. It's an experience. I would like to put an addition on the market, but at my age right now and the way the people like coming into the market and having that fond memory, I think for right now we'll just keep it the same as it is, because it's a good experience for people.